Hi and welcome to Overclockers UK TV. Today we're going to take a look at the XFX RX 480 GTR and the RX 470 RS. First up we have the RX 480 GTR. This card features 14nm FinFET technology along with AMD Polaris architecture. Let's take a look at the card itself though. On the back we have one DVI, one HDMI and 3 DisplayPort connectors. We also get a real nice backplate along on the front with XFX's patented fan design. You can actually remove the fans and swap them out for a fan of your choice. The fans are available with either red, white or blue LEDs and are of course available separately. Let's take a look at some of the GTR specs. This card has 8GB of VRAM running at 8000 MHz. And on top of that is actually one of XFX's fastest clocked RX 480s with a base clock of 1120 MHz and a boost clock of 1338 MHz. This card has only a 110 watt TDP, so when you plug it in you only need a 350 watt PSU and all you require is one 8-pin connector. On top of all that, this card supports FreeSync, Crossfire along with AMD VR Ready Premium. Next up we have the RX 470 RS. This card is perfect for 720p and 1080p gaming and you could even push 1440p in certain games. Let's take a look at the card itself. On the back you have one DVI, same again, one HDMI, also the same, and 3 display ports. On the back, another real nice backplate, and on the front, again XFX's patented fan design where you can swap them in for red, white or blue LED fans. Let's take a look at some of the RX 470 RS specs. This card has a 4GB VRAM that runs at 7000 MHz, and it also has a 926 MHz core clock with a 1256 MHz boost clock. This card also has a 110 watt TDP, so you only again need a 350 watt power supply, except this time you only need a 6-pin connector. Similar to its big brother as well, it supports AMD FreeSync and Crossfire technology. Now we've had a look at both of the cards on the inside and outside, let's take a look at some of the benchmarks. In GTA 5 at very high settings at 1080p, the XFX RX 480 GTR gets 98 frames per second, and the RX 470 RS gets 82 frames per second. In Doom VULKAN Ultra settings at 1080p, the XFX RX 480 GTR gets 142 frames per second, and the RX 470 RS gets 124 frames per second. In The Witcher 3 at Ultra settings at 1080p, the RX 480 GTR gets 67 frames per second. The RX 470 RS gets 56 frames per second. In 3D Mark FIRESTRIKE, the RX 480 GTR scores 10,757 points. The RX 470 RS scores 9,711 points. In 3D Mark TIMESPY, the RX 480 GTR gets 4,110. The RX 470 RS gets 3,700. Both the RX 480 GTR and the RX 470 RS do quite easily beat out a 1050 Ti and come close to a GTX 1060. In future, we may see the performance leap we're looking for, particularly in DX12 titles. Both of these cards feature a 3-year warranty from XFX and have their unique fan design, so you can swap them out for either blue, white or red fans. These are of course available separately. If you like what you've seen and want to check out more, check out the links here and subscribe for more.